Dana Mercer stood in the center of the council hall. The tall walls were made of smooth stone that shimmered with strange light. Around her sat alien leaders from 100 worlds. Their eyes were cold. Their faces showed no kindness. She had come to speak for Earth, but now she was being judged. But no one listened. One of the council members, a thin creature with silver skin, stood up. His voice was sharp. He said Earth had broken rules. He said Earth was full of violence and fear, no kindness. As she walked out of the hall, the great doors closed behind her. Earth was alone again, only silence. He said humans were not ready to be part of the galactic peace. Dana tried to speak. She said Earth had changed. She said they had made progress. She said they could learn. Another member, a short alien with many eyes, waved a hand. A vote was called. The decision came fast. Earth was banished. There was no debate. He was tall, with short dark hair and sharp eyes. A war veteran. He believed in Earth's strength. He did not like the council, even before the banishment. She went to the Capitol, where President Leon Grant waited. He was an older man with kind eyes but a strong jaw. Dana's chest felt heavy. She bowed her head and turned away. When she returned home, the skies above Earth were clear. But her heart was full of clouds. The first was called the TSF Resolute, a ship with strong armor, fast engines, and weapons no one had ever seen before. He walked the deck and looked at the stars. It was silent, strong, and ready. Traders spoke of Earth's silence. Pirates heard of new ships. Some laughed. Some were afraid. He asked her what had happened. She told him everything. He listened, then stood. He looked out the window at the stars. He smiled for the first time in months. They took old alien tech and began to study it. The pain of the council's rejection still lived inside her. But now she saw something new. They found ways to make faster-than-light engines. They created strong energy shields. They tested new weapons in the cold silence of space. It destroyed the slaver ships and saved the colony. One of them was Nora Blake. She had long hair tied back, a calm voice, and a mind like fire. Quietly, "We will not ask again." So they pushed us away, he said. The room was full of voices, ideas, and plans. Good. Now we build our own future. We are a rising one. Captain Will Carter joined them. He placed a hand on the table. We don't beg for a seat. We make our own table. President Grant nodded. Begin plans. In the days that followed, the world changed. Scientists worked under the mountains and in deep space stations. She and Theo Park, her partner in the lab, made great progress. Earth was no longer just a blue planet. It was becoming something more. In secret shipyards, metal giants were born. Captain Carter visited the ship one night. "This is the beginning," he said. Across the galaxy, whispers began. On the edge of space, a small colony was attacked by slavers. No help came from the council, but Earth came. The Resolute arrived fast. It fought with fire and precision. People watched. People remembered. The colony sent a message to Earth. One word, thanks. Captain Carter returned with new allies. Dana watched the stars from her office. Hope, not the soft kind, not the dream, the kind that burns. President Grant called a meeting. "We are not a lost world," he said. The people cheered. In the silence of space, Earth began to move, not in fear, but with purpose. And it would not stop. The Terran Union was born in silence. No one shouted. No one danced, but the people of Earth felt something strong. They were no longer many small voices. They had become one. New ones were raised. Across cities, colonies, and stations, the same symbol flew. A circle of stars, with Earth in the center. She tapped her finger on new paths Earth ships could use. Theo Park checked energy levels beside her. Old flags were lowered. President Grant gave a speech. It was short. It was clear. We are not what they think. We will show them who we are. No one came to help. In deep labs, work did not stop. Nora Blake stood in front of a glowing map. It showed jump routes across space. "We can go farther than they think," Nora said. The TSF Valiant and the TSF Horizon followed the Resolute. They were stronger, sharper. Some came from Council spies. Some came from friends who could not speak openly. Silent machines of power. She said, "You helped us when no one else would." Theo nodded. "And faster. Farmers. The Council had taken their world long ago. They looked at a burning sky. The Council ships were gone. The ground was broken, but it was free. Now Earth helped them take it back. Traitors. Together, they built things no single race could build alone. Soldiers. Was Earth moving too fast? Would war come? Scientists. Not all were human. In the shipyards, more ships took form. Captain Carter visited each one. He spoke to the crews. He watched the tests. He felt pride, but he also felt the weight of what was coming. On a small moon near the edge of Council space, a group of miners sent a message. Pirates had taken their supplies. Except Earth, the Horizon arrived first. Its captain, Leah Rivers, gave one warning. The pirates laughed. Then they were gone. They found small planets tired of the Council, tired of being told what to do. They drank tea in silence. Dana Mercer read the report in her office. She smiled just a little. She walked through the Terran Command building. People nodded as she passed. Not because she had power, but because she had not given up. In a dark room below the city, Elena Brooks listened to voices from the stars. Her team caught signals, warnings, whispers. She turned to her staff. "The Council knows we're moving. We keep quiet. We stay fast." Earth sent out quiet ships. They did not carry guns. They carried trade, food, medicine, machines. On one dry world, a village elder shook hands with a Terran officer. Earth did not make promises. It made deals. It kept them. More voices joined. She saw a Terran ship land. She had never seen humans before. Some were Meliari, a tall species with silver eyes. Captain Carter stood beside a Meliari leader. "This is what alliance means," Carter said. The Meliari gave Earth their best engineers. In the halls of power, some leaders worried. Dana sat with President Grant one night. "Built from the fire they have been thrown into, they think we are fools," he said. She shook her head. "They think we are weak." He smiled. "They will learn." In the stars, the Terran Union grew. Not with parades, not with songs, with work, with fire, and with a promise that no voice would be left unheard. Far away, on a station at the edge of deep space, a young girl looked up at a screen. But she knew one thing. Help had come. And it carried the flag of Earth. In silence, across cold black space, Earth moved forward. The Council felt it. They spoke in dark rooms. They made plans. But Earth made something else. A future, built from dust, built from loss. And now, Earth was no longer walking. It was running. The stars were not quiet anymore. Whispers turned to warnings. Ships disappeared in the dark. Something was happening, and the Council could feel it. On Earth, Elena Brooks sat in the control center. Screens showed coded messages. Her team listened day and night. One signal came from a spy on a Council planet. It was short. "They are watching. They plan to strike." She knew the Council would not wait long. Earth had moved fast, and now fear had reached the old powers. Elena stood. "Alert the President." And Dana Mercer was already in motion. In a quiet room beneath the Capitol, she met with President Grant and Captain Carter. "We need to be ready," she said. "We are," Carter replied. They stood on the bridge, checking everything twice. It was the largest ship Earth had ever made. Its hull was black, its engine silent. It moved like a shadow through space. In orbit, the TSF Valiant finished its tests. Nora Blake and Theo Park had built its systems. One science ship exploded near a Council border. "This ship will carry Earth's answer," Nora said. In the outer systems, strange things happened. Terran stations were hit by power cuts. Drones went missing. The Terran Council held a meeting. The room was tense. "These are not accidents," Dana said. "This is the beginning." Some wanted to wait. Others said Earth should strike first. President Grant listened to every word. Then he spoke. "No anger. We protect. We do not fall to panic. No fear." Bright lines of energy filled space. The horizon took damage but held strong. In the end, the Council ships ran. Yara Prime was free. The TSF Horizon was sent to the border. Its captain, Leah Rivers, was ordered to guard a neutral planet asking for help. People cheered, but some were afraid. That planet, called Yara Prime, had long been ruled by the Council. But now its people wanted change. The Council sent ships, not to talk, but to take back control. Leah Rivers sent a message. "We stand with Yara Prime." And they will not forgive it. Satellites watched every line in space. Captain Carter joined her with the Resolute. Small attacks. Broken codes. Their leaders met with Terran commanders. They shared maps, codes, and old secrets. Disappearances. The enemy was moving in secret. Not all looked like humans, but all wanted the same future. It was cold and dead, but inside they found records. Old Council files, names, plans, maps. The battle came fast. Council ships moved in tight formation. Terran ships spread out, silent and quick. The Valiant stayed hidden at first. It waited. Then, when the enemy reached the colony, it came out of the shadows. The Council fleet fired first. The Valiant fired once. A Council cruiser vanished. The fight lasted 2 hours. The people of Yara Prime walked outside and looked at the sky. They saw Terran ships holding position. They saw hope. On Earth, the news spread fast. Dana knew this was just the start. She spoke to her team. "The Council will not forget this." Elena Brooks brought in more reports. So Earth moved too. New agents were trained. New listening posts were built. The Meliari helped build faster ships. On the edge of deep space, Captain Carter found an old station. Earth now knew more than ever before. In the capital, President Grant looked at the reports. He closed his eyes. They thought we would break. Instead, we bend the stars. More planets sent messages. Some were quiet. Some were loud. All said the same thing. "We want to join." Dana read the names. She saw new voices, new faces. In space, Terran ships moved with purpose. Not to rule, but to defend. But the fire was building. The Council could not allow Earth to grow. Not like this. Not with strength. Not with allies. They sent new ships. They carried no flags. They carried no warnings. They came in the night. But Earth was ready. It had watched. It had waited. Now it would answer. A small star system sat near the edge of Council space. It had no name, only a number. But the people who lived there called it Dawnreach. They were farmers, builders, and miners. For years, they paid taxes to the Council and received nothing in return. Now they wanted to leave. We choose the Terran Union. They sent a message to Earth. It was simple. We want protection. We want peace. The Council called this a crime. They sent a fleet. 12 warships, no warning. The people of Dawnreach sent one last message. Please hurry. They moved in a long line, proud and slow. Smaller ones, fast ones. Ships with new tech from the Meliari. Ships with silent engines and sharp weapons. Captain Carter and Captain Rivers spoke with the colony leaders. Earth answered. The TSF Resolute and TSF Horizon jumped into the system first. "We will not let them take your world," Carter said. Elena Brooks sent live feeds from spy drones near the fight. It moved like a shadow through the fire. More Terran ships followed. The Council fleet arrived. Their ships were large and bright. They darted between Council ships, cutting engines and weapons. They sent one message. "Leave this system, now." Dana Mercer watched the battle room from Earth. President Grant stood beside her. But it stayed in the fight. Carter gave no reply to the Council. Council ships opened with heavy guns. Bright beams cut through the dark. Instead, he gave orders. Hold the line. Protect the colony. The sky above Dawnreach turned to fire. The horizon was hit. Sparks flew inside. The Valiant arrived late. It came out of the dark, shields up, weapons ready. One Council cruiser turned to meet it. The Valiant fired once. The cruiser broke apart. Terran fighters flew fast. They argued. They shouted. Some wanted full war. Others wanted peace. But fear grew. The people of Dawnreach watched from the ground. They stood on rooftops, fields, and towers. They did not run. They waited. The Council lost 5 ships. They pulled back. But one ship fired at the colony. The shot was large. Too large. This is about everyone they left behind. The Resolute moved in front of it. We are shaping the galaxy. The shot hit the Resolute's side. The ship shook. Lights went out. Smoke filled the halls. But it did not fall. Carter stood on the bridge, bleeding from the forehead. He saw the lights of a Terran ship passing over. They found old stations and forgotten people. They fixed what others had ignored. We hold, he said. The Valiant fired again. The enemy ship vanished. The battle ended. The Council ships ran. Dawnreach was free. Dana received a message from the colony. We stand with Earth. We will never forget. The Terran Union sent engineers to help rebuild. Doctors treated the wounded. Teachers brought books. Soldiers helped guard the sky. Other planets saw this. They sent messages too. Come to us. Help us. We want to join. The Council held secret meetings. One Council member said, Earth has built more than a fleet. They have built loyalty. Elena Brooks found new signals. Codes from inside Council space. Some were warnings. Some were offers. Spies wanted to leave. Soldiers wanted to defect. Scientists wanted to share. The line was breaking. President Grant met with the Terran Council. We are not just defending now, he said. Dana spoke next. This is no longer about Earth alone. In the dark edge of space, Terran ships move fast. One old man on a mining station said, No one came for us in 30 years, you came. In the night, under stars without names, Earth became more than a world. It became a promise. A child on Dawnreach looked up at the sky. They came for us, he whispered. And across 1,000 silent places, hope began to wake. The Council sent a message. It was short. One line. Earth has crossed the line. No peace talk followed. No warning. War had begun. Dana Mercer stood at the center of Terran command. Lights flashed on screens. Reports came in from all sides. Attacks on border worlds, raids on supply lines. Enemy ships near old trade routes. President Grant walked in. He looked tired but calm. It's time, he said. Earth activated the Citadel Protocol. Defense rings were powered. Captain Carter stood on its bridge. Over 60 ships. Led by dreadnoughts from their core worlds. Their goal was clear. The crew was quiet. They all knew what was coming. Orbital guns turned toward deep space. They broke the Council's center. One enemy dreadnought exploded. Fleets took position around the Sol system. They came from deep space, silent and sudden. The Council fleet broke apart. The TSF Valiant moved to the front. But we have ended it. We will not be ruled. We will not be erased. We will lead. The Council sent a large fleet. Beams crossed the stars. Shields dropped. They signed the Terran Charter. It spoke of rights, defense, freedom, and unity. Not of a weapon. Not of a soldier. But of a ship landing with open doors. Smoke filled the lower decks. We built a door. Carter held the line. Explosions lit the dark. Her voice would guide the stars. Fighters weaved through fire, cutting into enemy lines. Crews worked to repair the ship. Children sent letters. Soldiers came to shake his hand. He looked up at the stars. Fighters circled slowly. He looked at the map. Earth was no longer just a name. It was a center. Engines glowed red. The Valiant led from the center. The Horizon and the Resolute took positions to the side. Flags were raised. Supplies were taken back. Locals joined Earth's cause. Break Earth. The battle began near a forgotten planet called Darren 4. It was empty now, but its space was open. A perfect place for a final fight. Terran ships waited in silence. The enemy came like a wave. She sent it to the fleet, bright ships in tight formation. Their weapons flashed first. Families, workers, soldiers. No one looked away. Earth answered. The sky became fire. The Valiant took 3 hits. "We hold until the last light," he said. On Earth, people watched the battlefield. Elena Brooks found a weak point in the enemy line. The Terran ships moved fast. The Meliari ships joined the fight. Terran ground teams landed on council-held moons. The enemy fled. The sky went quiet. Dana sent a signal to every world in the Terran Union. We did not start this war. The war was over. But something greater had begun. 1 week later, in the capital of Earth, leaders from 30 systems stood together. President Grant placed his hand on the document. Today, we do not build a wall. Dana Mercer became Emissary Prime. Captain Carter stood beside the Valiant. On Dawnreach, a statue was raised. A boy placed a flower there. In the far edge of the galaxy, a council spy turned off his beacon. The Terran Empire had begun. Not in power, not in fear, but in choice. And it would grow. Not by force, but by flame carried hand to hand. Earth was no longer lost. It was leading.